Hello everybody, welcome to today's show. Hope you're having a great time everyone. And today there's a lot of news to cover, so let's just get right into it. First, founder of Ethereum and Consensus Joe Lubin joins board of directors of crypto startup ErisX. Now, founder of blockchain tech company Consensus, Joseph Lubin, has been appointed to the board of directors of cryptocurrency startup ErisX. Cryptocurrency exchange ErisX is a reboot of futures market Eris Exchange, originally established in 2010. In December 2018, they have raised 27.5 million from Fidelity and Nasdaq Ventures, right? And in 2019, they're expected to offer both spot trading in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Yeah. Now this is very interesting. First up is because, right, I do see this as a blend, or it is a perfect blend between the expertise in Wall Street and the very deep expertise and experience in the technological world from someone like Joseph Lubin, right, who is the co-founder of Ethereum, and right, he has a lot of deep knowledge in the world of decentralized technology. So I see this as a perfect blend that he's now on the board of ErisX, and ErisX being backed by very large Wall Street names like Fidelity and Nasdaq. This is just the perfect blend, right? So what is the thing? So then, there are expectations that could be that because they have already announced that they're going to launch Bitcoin's future sometime soon. So then his appointment, will basically bolster the hope, right, that not long after that they're going to have a Ethereum future. So that will be actually very positive for Ethereum. And I think this also basically cements the place that, right, apart from Bitcoin, we always see as like the heavyweight, right, the first one up there that will, basically it has cement its place. The other one will be definitely most likely to be Ethereum, right? So if anything, these two coins are the one that is going to stay, it's going to be sustained for the long run. That's what I think, yeah, my opinion. Next, we have Genesis BitGo team up to ease crypto trading for institutions, yeah. Cryptocurrency custodian BitGo and over-the-counter specialist Genesis Global Trading have teamed up on a service designed to make Wall Street feel more comfortable dipping a toe in the market. So what it means is basically that the tie-up means institutional investors storing digital assets with BitGo can use Genesis platform to execute trades at the speed they are accustomed to in the traditional financial markets. So for example, if a client holds 100 units of Bitcoin in their BitGo cold storage wallet, they can get a quote via Genesis and sell those Bitcoins immediately. The moment the client agrees on a trade, BitGo locks up the 100 Bitcoin and holds them to give to Genesis, which initiates a US dollar bank wire to BitGo. Once the wire goes through, the Bitcoin transfer is settled on BitGo's books without anyone having to take the coins out of the storage, which can take 24 hours or more, and without the transaction having to be recorded on the public ledger. Who is the person behind BitGo? BitGo is owned by very prominent Wall Street firms, Goldman Sachs, and a company called Galaxy Digital, which is owned by a former Goldman Sachs partner, Michael Novogratz. And who is Genesis? Genesis is a very prominent over-the-counter crypto trading firm who is owned by Digital Currency Group, which also own CoinDesk, right, which is media focused on cryptocurrency. So definitely, again, we do see a combination, right, of very deep expertise in the Wall Street finance field, together with people who are very experienced in cryptocurrency. We see this a lot of marriages, right? Both from the earlier appointment of Joseph Lubin, right, to ErisX, and now this BitGo and Genesis partnership. And what they're doing is basically they're making it very, very easy for the institutions to buy, because then the transaction speed is really fast. But the requirement then is that BitGo and Genesis need to have a sizable number of clients that enable them to basically, both the buyer and sellers have to be on their network. So then, as long as so if both parties are on their network, then the coins doesn't need to leave BitGo's cold storage, right? Because basically then it's just a transaction, buy and sell order documented on BitGo's and Genesis books, right? But basically the coin storage, the coin itself in the cold storage of BitGo will just transfer internally within BitGo cold storage wallet. So in that sense, it can really speed up, and that's why they see that this will make it very easy for Wall Street institutions, basically, because after all, Genesis already have a lot of clients, including, hedge funds and family offices. So now, basically, they want to even, broaden their institutional clients to, in the future to include pensions and financial institutions. So they are all preparing for this. And you do see the trend now that basically they are marrying both talents, from both Wall Street finance, very deep finance expertise, and the crypto experience. Yeah. Next, Grayscale adds Ripple competitor Stellar to crypto portfolio. Grayscale Investments, the company behind Bitcoin Investment Trust, announced on Thursday it will offer a fund to let professional investors gain exposure to Stellar and its digital currency known as Lubin. Stellar, which currently is the sixth most valuable cryptocurrency, was the brainchild of Jade McCullough, who founded Ripple, and an influential ill-fated early exchange Mt. Gox, right? Grayscale's decision to create a dedicated fund for Stellar is likely to give the currency a boost, given that the firm, which is a subsidiary crypto behemoth Digital Currency Group, has a roster of well-heeled clients, including hedge funds and family offices. So a Digital Currency Group, right, is in the news again, but this time is their investment firm called Grayscale, right? They already have a lot of investment trusts or investment funds dedicated to cryptocurrency, right? Which basically they will sell their assets at a higher premium compared to if investors were to buy the crypto directly on exchanges. But this are targeted to very rich clients who doesn't mind the premium because they value the convenience more. Yeah. So now they have added a fund that's dedicated to Stellar. Stellar, what it does is basically is making it very easy for individuals to transfer funds globally, right? And instantly and at a super low fee. So that's what they are after. And Stellar already has a partnership with IBM as well, yeah, to basically develop basically a more universal currency, right? Which is still in the works, not much details yet are out. And now they are, again, Grayscale is adding them a fund. And they have already mentioned that also because the reason that they are having a dedicated fund to Stellar is because they are demand from their clients. So again, as I've mentioned, right, just now we already see that most likely who are the dominant coins that's going to, be demanded or be in the mainstream in the future. Most likely is already going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple. Stellar is going to be another one, very likely, right? Just because of all this news, right? The fact that they have partnership with IBM, which is a huge name, right, in the incumbent tech world, who is very known for their perfection, right? And now they have a dedicated fund, right, by Grayscale, which is like that, they already have a lot of clients who are the high net worth and institutional clients, right? So great, yeah. So you already can see if you are investing for the long term, right? Really, I mean, in my opinion, you should really only bet on the more major coins that are more likely to be here for the long run, right? And Stellar looks like it's going to be one of them, yeah, my opinion. So on the same note, on institutions, Winklevoss Capital have said that investors are thoughtfully dipping their toes into crypto, not taking the plunge. Sterling Witt's partner at the Winklevoss Twins family office says she doesn't think 2019 will be the watershed year for institutional investors to get into crypto. Witt backed her claim by arguing that expectations are running ahead of facts on the ground. Now, so basically, she is saying that, right, unlike most people who think that 2019 will be the year that institutions will come in and just take the plunge and that will rally up the whole market of crypto, she is basically saying no, most likely, there will be just one or two of them, like just test the water a bit, but they don't see any of them, taking a huge outflow of money into crypto in 2019, perhaps, 2020 or 2021. But my take is that, yes, I agree partially because I think institutions also, they are afraid of being the first. They don't want to be the first, basically, because after all, they are benchmarked, when they answer to their shareholders, they are benchmarked against other institutions in their same category. So if no one is doing anything, then it's very difficult for anyone to take the first step. They basically don't want to take the first step. But if any one institution take that first step, then there will be, everyone line up behind them to do it as well, because they also don't want to miss out. Now, so whether it will happen in 2019, really no one knows, right? But I think it might happen. Just that, it might be towards the end of 2019, right? And then I think, because you see, there were so many actions now lined up, right? See BitGo already tying up, BitGo, who is owned by Goldman Sachs, right? So they know, right, what's happening. They are tying up with the trading firm to basically making it very easy for Wall Street participants to come in and trade. So I do think all these are in place because something is going to happen this year, and we are still in January 2019. They are preparing for something, but that's my opinion again. Next, crypto exchange Coinbase acquires San Francisco-based tech startup Blockspring. Major cryptocurrency exchange and wallet provider Coinbase has acquired Andreessen Horowitz-backed tech startup Blockspring. And San Francisco-based Blockspring produces tools that enables developers to automatically gather and process information from application programming interfaces. Yeah. So just want to quickly highlight down here. So in August last year, Coinbase acquired San Francisco-based startup Distributed System, which works on decentralized identity solutions. So with the new acquisition, they will purportedly work towards a decentralized identity system that will let you prove that you own an identity or that you have a relationship with the Social Security Administration without making a copy of the identity. Now, this is interesting because Coinbase is a very large and very important cryptocurrency exchange in US, right? And so they have been buying a lot of firms. They have been, there has been 11 acquisitions in 2018, and now this looks like it's 12 acquisition. And looks like they are building a huge ecosystem around themselves, right? They already have an exchange. They also have a wallet. They are also offering custody solutions for institutions. And now they have this Blockspring, which seems like, they are going to leverage a lot of data and analysis. And they also have the identity management. So it looks like they are going to build a huge, gigantic Goliath kind of company that basically, right, it seems like they have huge ambitions. It's not clear exactly what they will do, but definitely they have huge ambitions. And this is very interesting because, yes, so Blockspring, Andreessen Horowitz is a venture capitalist who, also early invested into like Skype, Twitter, and Airbnb. So very successful individual who sold his Blockspring to Coinbase. So interesting times ahead. So as you can see, there were a lot of partnerships, a lot of merger and acquisition happening now in the space, because then basically this is also a sign, that a lot of things are going to happen. So they're looking to scale up quickly. Yeah. Next, crypto payment service BitPay reports it saw over 1 billion transactions in 2018. Major cryptocurrency payment service provider BitPay has reported 1 billion transactions this past year. According to the report, the company also saw a new record for itself in terms of transaction fee revenue. And among its newest customers of this year is Dish Networks, which is the subscription TV in US, HackerOne, and the state of Ohio, because they accept tax, right? Now, the thing is, this news is significant because last year was one of the, long crypto winter. But crypto payment services provider who basically, help merchants to accept cryptocurrency payments, and, for merchants who want to exchange fiat directly, they do that as well. And they are seeing basically $1 billion in transactions, and that was 2 years in a row. That's amazing. Don't forget, 2017 was like a bull run, but 2018 was a winter. But then they still are able to maintain such a high volume of transactions. That also ought to tell you that Bitcoin is really going to early majority, right? Because in terms of the usage. So in a way, you can really forget about the price, because if you are long-term investors, you don't really care about the daily price, right? Or even 1 year price, right? If you're really in it for the long term, as you can see, emerging technology takes a long time to actually realize its potential. Yeah. Next, Coinstar machines in select US states now sell BTC vouchers. Financial services company CoinMe announced that people visiting select Safeway and Albertson stores in California, Texas, and Washington can now purchase Bitcoin Core through Coinstar kiosks. Coinstar devices are fully automated self-service coin counting machines, and now thousands located in the US markets could be equipped to handle cryptocurrency transactions. So basically, you can buy, so these machines, right, called Coinstar machines, what they do is basically they allow people very easy to change their loose change of coins into cash bills, into notes, right? Now what they are doing is that they are hoping that people, after they change their loose change into notes, that they will just deposit these notes to, very easily to buy Bitcoin. That's what they're trying to do. But these machines only accept notes to buy Bitcoin, and the maximum limit they can buy is $2,500, which is still a lot of money, right? For now, they are doing a test run to see how popular is the cryptocurrency, but later on that they're going to roll it out to more states when this proves successful. This development is very good because basically I'm seeing that more and more companies are making it very easy for people, normal people, to get their hand on cryptocurrency, right? The only thing about this method though is that the people buying have to give away their mobile phone, and then they will get a voucher, a code that basically then the person still has to go to the website and then go to CoinMe website and then get their Bitcoin. So it's still a little bit troublesome in that sense, not so convenient like just a Bitcoin ATM where you just put in your notes and then you can get the Bitcoin, as in you can get the details already straight away in a form of paper. So but still, regardless, I think this is still one step to push towards more mainstream. Now, having said that, there seem to be other people now working on an alternative or competitor to Bitcoin. Yeah, better than Bitcoin, MIT Stanford professors make bold claim about new cryptocurrency. Researchers from 7 colleges across the US are working together on a supposedly groundbreaking cryptocurrency project, which they would say will offer scalability beyond anything that Bitcoin can offer. So the new cryptocurrency is called UNI-E. The proposed cryptocurrency will purportedly have the capacity to rival Visa and MasterCard in terms of transaction processed per second. And the professors include prominent researchers from MIT, Berkeley, Stanford, Carnegie Mellon, University of Southern California, and Washington. Yeah, they are working towards a coin that can have a transaction speed of 10,000 transactions per second. And it's good. They're looking to launch in second half of 2019, which is basically give them another 6 to 12 months more to launch. And that means it's basically going to be even faster than Visa, 1,700 transactions per second, and Bitcoin about 7 transactions per second, and Ethereum about 15 transactions per second. So this is basically very interesting, right? So now, as we all know, most of us know, at least, Lightning Network, there are a lot of people working on Lightning Network trying to speed up Bitcoin's transaction speed, right? But now you have a lot of academics, right? People who are very smart, talented people from universities working on an alternative. It is interesting to see what will exactly happen. We not really know also. They say they're going to look into each area. That means they look into mining process, how they can speed that up. They want to look at the processing time, how they can speed each of those up. But it is interesting because, we'll see what happens. It is not clear as in whether it will be decentralized or centralized yet, right? Because this model, they just announced it, but they are very ambitious to give themselves just a 6 months to 12 months timeline. That is really a very tight timeline, I think, right? Well, interesting times ahead, yeah? Next, on the exchange, there are so many news basically on the exchanges. Yeah, Binance new UK exchange overwhelmed by demand amid Brexit fears. Yeah, so the crypto bear market has not deterred big players such as Binance from continually expanding. Their latest announcement was the opening of a new fiat exchange in Jersey, part of UK's Channel Islands. What they didn't anticipate was overwhelming demand from the UK as a result of Brexit concerns. So Binance have a New Jersey-based crypto exchange that is very new for them because this exchange allows people to deposit their fiat money to buy cryptocurrency, and now they only sell Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they accept pounds and euros. Yeah, but the thing is, it's very interesting. They are having some backlog in processing new customer registrations because they have underestimated the market demand, and it is expected that most likely the people in Europe are basically, because they fear of Brexit, then the pound euro will devalue, and so they will need to rush into getting some crypto to hedge against this scenario, right? So it's very interesting. Though also back in Asia, we have very interesting news. Thailand's official stock exchange is applying for a cryptocurrency license. Now they are looking to, so what are they doing, right? So I think basically they are going to have their own crypto exchange, right? And this is very interesting. Although they are already incumbent crypto exchange in Thailand, which is not linked to any financial institutions, right? But I do see in the future, basically it will be the incumbent stock exchange operator that will be the major crypto exchange operator as well. Because after all, in US, we already see that trend that, NASDAQ is coming in to offer trading. ICE, right, Intercontinental Exchange, which operate New York Stock Exchange, is opening up bags, right? So now Thailand, similar, they're going that same way as well. Very interesting, yeah. And the other news is that there basically a lot of scams going on, right? So yesterday we had the day before we had Cryptopia, which is New Zealand based, and now DX Exchange has been linked to a lot of shady deals or shady transactions that the owner behind them are doing. DX Exchange is Estonia based, right? And they were the first one to come up with tokens for NASDAQ stocks, right? So basically making it very affordable for anyone to buy into NASDAQ stocks. But unfortunately, now there have been news that, right, the owner have been linked to a lot of shady deals. For example, right, they were previously the owner of Spot Option, and they have been convicted of helping embezzle $68 million. So it is very, very shady. And then, basically a few days after DX launch, they were being hacked. So yeah, be very careful of what exchange you use, right? Now, ICO Rating also published a list of, ranking the crypto exchange security. And interestingly, Cryptopia is ranked number 60, even above Gemini. So what? It is ranked B, but it has been hacked, just 2 days ago, right? Now, and Binance is ranked number 34. Number 1 is interesting, is Kraken. So the thing is this, I think regardless of what happens, how good an exchange is, only keep the amount that you want to trade on an exchange. I think that is very, very important for anyone to know, especially newbie, yeah. Another exchange, Canada-based, Quadriga CX crypto exchange users still can't get their money out. What happened was they were having court dispute with the government of Canada, but now that dispute has been done and they have settled, but now the users still want to take their money out. They have a lot of problems. So again, exchanges, so that's why be very careful about which exchange you use. First up, I think if you have to use, just use the more reputable ones. Second, only keep just a minimal amount, the least that you need to trade only on those exchanges, right? Cannot stress that enough. Over in Malaysia, Country Heights Horse Currency faces obstacles. Country Heights Holdings plan to conduct an ICO to use its own cryptocurrency called Horse Currency has hit a speed bump. The SC has ordered all ongoing ICOs to halt their activities and return all money and digital assets collected from investors. This is no surprise because Malaysia has just announced, right, on January 15th that basically regulations are in place now that, cryptocurrencies will be under the purview of Securities Exchange. So anyone want to conduct any activities, of course, including ICOs, need to get an approval first from the Securities of Exchange. And Country Heights, which is a developer, and a property developer and conglomerate in Malaysia, they have gone ahead and done it. So of course they need to stop it now, right? So that's why, again, you have to comply with regulations, yeah. Yes. So another sign that, Bitcoin, crypto are going mainstream is that now we have Bitwage now lets firms pay salaried staff in crypto. So Bitwage is partnering with a payroll company to give more firms the ability to pay their workers in cryptocurrency. And the partnership will let more US employees to fund payroll taxes, and benefits with Bitcoin or Ether. They currently have 45 active company clients. And yeah, they basically want to expand the service beyond Bitwage's current user base of 20,000. So basically, this will make it very easy. If the employee wants to accept some of their salaries in cryptocurrency, now the company can very easily use the service of Bitwage to just process their payroll easily. Yeah. Last news of the day, right? Again, this is on the ICO, and it's basically saying, really, so that's why I think this is the key again. The message is that just focus on the major coins, right? The ones that are likely to win out in the long run. Really, the rest of the coins, most of them, 99% of them, basically will lose value over time. Yeah. And there was a research done by BitMax Research, and basically said that, right, of all the ICOs, right, that most of the money, that 24 billion, go to their own team, right? And because of the drop in value of cryptocurrency as a whole, now this value is still worth 5 billion, and this is really a lot of money. Basically, they collected all this money from investors, and they have give that, this money are now sitting with their team who have, yet to deliver any real products, right? And that is the problem. So be very careful what you're investing into. So last, right, anyway, on the price predictions, they basically a group of panelists who include experts, right? Among others, Craig Cobb, trader and founder of Trade Corp, Fred Shabesta, Finder.com, Jimmy Song, venture partner in Blockchain Capital, Elisa Goose, and Ben Ritchie, CEO of Digital Capital Management, and Joseph Ransky. So now they have made a predictions of prices for this year. It is very interesting, right? But of course, take it with a pinch of salt, but it is interesting to see that they projected that Bitcoin will increase about 84% to close to 7,000 by end of 2019. Cardano will be amazing. It basically double, 91%. Ether will increase by 55%. EOS 77%. Monero 31%. Stellar, huge, 260%. Probably, a lot of it is driven by today's news as well. And XRP 44%. So those are the prominent ones, right? The one that they projected to decrease in value significantly is Doge, 75% down. Litecoin, 23% down, and Neo, 26% down. Interesting. Tron, they expect a bit of stability, 0.32% down. So that's all I have for today. But yeah, take this prediction as a just with a pinch of salt. But I think long term, I really think, and it's my opinion, is that in the long term, those major coins will see the high potential because it has really, important use cases, right? That only time will reveal more and more. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day wherever you are. And, if you like this episode, please leave a like and subscribe and share this with as many friends as you like. By the way, because of the episode is so long, I'm going to leave in the description below the timeline of each of the topics so that if anyone wants to, go to skip to any topic, it is much easier for you. Thank you so much, and I really, really appreciate support. Who, you know who you are, all my subscribers out there. Thank you so much, and yeah, God bless. Thank you.